So this is words left unspoken. I know it's been months since we last spoke, and we're no longer on speaking terms. I'm not really sure why that is. But there's been a lot weighing on my heart and mind since our last interaction, so I really hope you take the time to read this letter. Each day I wake up and look into the mirror, I see two people looking back at me. Not because you're actually there, but because your presence exists within me. You touched my life and left your mark on me. But not like footprints left in the sand that will one day be washed away and their existence forever forgotten. It's more like when someone sticks their hand in the wet cement, your mark has forever been left on me. Now you see, before I met you, I was lost wandering around the dark and barren wasteland, and I was shackled. The shackles and chains that bound my soul were composed of pain, misery, strife, depression, and hopelessness. All were compliments of the abandonment of my mother, the slight from my father, and the hate from my brother. I was just a sad college student with no goals, no dreams, no plans for life, no campus involvement, no friends, no loved ones. I was nothing. And you were everything. Everything I wasn't. You had your own struggles. I mean, your sisters didn't hate you, but your relationship with your parents was abnormal, yet you didn't let that stop you. You just kept fighting and pushing to become better in order to make your dreams come true. You truly were the flower that grew from concrete. You had a job, acting organizations on campus, and a lead in the community. I honestly believed that there was nothing that you couldn't do. And since I was a nobody, I often wondered why you were even interested in me. Was it because it seemed like I had all the answers to our psychology final? Perhaps je sais parler français un peu. But regardless of the reason, you had a thing for me. And what really impacted me and made you different was you saw the real me. You saw how hurt and broken I was, but you didn't run away. You loved me for who I was, and I loved you for that. And even though you were superwoman, you never made me feel like I wasn't shit. You made me feel loved, wanted, appreciated, and needed. And especially those late nights when you would call me over. Not for sex, but just to have someone to keep you company as you did homework to work on a project. Your schedule kept you busy during the day, so the late night was the only time to get schoolwork done. And when the work was done, you would lay your head against my chest and I would play in your head and we would talk until you fell asleep. Those nights were so simple, yet so intimate. And when it did come time for sex, I would always get this incredible high as if cocaine replaced the blood in my veins, but it was more than just sex. It was two souls coming together and becoming one. The love we made caused Aphrodite to get jealous because we were one of those rare couples that found true love instead of true lust. And even though we made love because the mental and emotional connection we had, there was always evidence that we had been physical. Because as you climaxed, you dug your nails into my back and once again, you left your mark on me. But outside of our one-on-one interaction, it was almost as if our relationship didn't even exist now. I'm not sure if it was because you were busy or you simply didn't want to be seen in public with me. And I often thought it was because I wasn't good enough. Because you were a queen deserving of a king and I was a nobody. And as a result, we would fight at least once or twice a week, but we would always come back to each other because we loved each other. And it eventually got to the point where the love wasn't enough. And I think our final fight was our final fight because you finally found your king, but I wasn't mad at you or him or the relationship y'all had. You see, you were my water in the desert, the light in the darkness, the key to free me from the solitary confinement in which I had been living. And when my depression was at its worst and I was staring the angel of death in the face, you were my salvation. So no, I wasn't mad at you. In fact, I was actually in love with you. Whoa, no, wait, I didn't mean to say that. You see, what I meant to say was that, What I meant was, I was in love with you. I never told you because by the time I realized that we were no longer speaking, and since our relationship ended, I have become active in organizations on campus and a leader in the community. My grades have increased and I finally love who I am, all as a result of your presence existing within me. But it took a good friend to tell me that you only motivated me. You didn't make me. I put in the hard work to get to where I am today. Now, you see, initially I did it because I missed you and wanted to impress you, but I began to do things for myself, for my campus, and my community because those are the things that I truly love. And it pains me that we went from being so close to you having so much hate and resentment towards me because there was a time where I would have done anything for you. I would have killed for you, stole for you, lied to the cops for you, gone to prison for you. Shit, I would have given my life with you, but you won't even acknowledge me even though I fulfilled my potential and when we're in the same room. Woo!
Talk about
Lord have mercy, when we're in the same room, you act like you can't even see me like Stevie Wonder looking at a rainbow. So I really hope that after you read this, we can get rid of the hostility and tension that exists between us. And since you left your mark on me, it would be ideal if we could be friends again. But I really want you to understand that this is not an attempt to get you back. I wrote this to say I love you. I truly want what's best for you. But most importantly, I wrote this just to say thank you.